This is more from the discourse that Hilarion gave. The keynote of all creation is order, and that order is maintained by the divine hierarchy of which we, the ascended masters, or arisen masters, are, for the earth, the principal part. Know also that there are cosmic masters, some of whose bodies span solar systems, as well as are there angels, seraphim, and elementals that may work within the smallest atom. Life is everywhere. There is nowhere life is not, and that life is light, intelligence, wisdom, power, and love, which is perfect order. And so as you come to understand the great laws of order, you come to understand how everything is put together, and how everything operates, and you come to understand yourself. You come to understand this great self that you are, and come to understand all things. Man, know thyself. Are you beginning to understand now, my dear ones, what the body of God is? I hope so. Just think about it. Think about the great central flame within the center of your being. Dwell upon it and allow it to expand until you are in the middle of it, and it is all about you and in you. See what a son you have become, what a son you are. And this is the pattern for all creation. Understand the laws governing your own light, and you will understand the laws governing all light. As you become a son, for each of you is becoming a son, so, in like manner, did the son of this system become a son, as has every electron, for the consciousness, the law, the intelligent electronic substance of the great central sun, composes, animates, and causes to continue in its orderly operation and joyful existence all creation. Of all beings, only in the mind of man is there any consciousness of lack or of any want of order. Is that not amazing that in the life of one of his greatest creations God should allow disorder, lack, suffering, and despair to exist? Oh, dear hearts, when will you see that these things do not exist except in the mind, the five-sense material world of which the human mind is composed? For the mind, in the human sense, is matter, material, and of the materialistic consciousness of lack, which thinks me and mine, and identifies with and attaches itself to conditions of the material world. Hence the world of illusion, the world of suffering and pain. For if you knew that you were not that mind, but the divine mind, which is the heart of God, that the very light and consciousness of the Creator was within you, then you would be free of the consciousness of lack. Then you would be free of all illusion, wholly pure and perfect. You would be one with bliss, for light everywhere is bliss and wisdom. And he who understands and becomes this in every part of his being, he is free. He is a conscious creator, a God being. Know ye not that ye are gods? So our anatomy lesson draws to a close, though the lesson of which we are all a part never draws to a close. Think on these things, this little seed that I have given you today. If you put the seed away for safekeeping, for a rainy day, you will lose it. At best it will stay only a seed. But if you plant the seed immediately, in other words, if you take this great law into the depth of your being, and there meditate on it, nourish it by your light and love, and give it the freedom that it needs in order to grow, then you will have something, and what a something! This is the grain of mustard seed, which appears the littlest of seeds, yet which Jesus likened unto the kingdom of heaven. This is the ideal in the heart of man, the image of what he may become, a God, and the feeling of the reality of that ideal within your heart is the pearl of great price, the pearl for which a wise man parted with all he possessed in order to obtain. Bless you, my children. I thank you. Now, this next discourse is Sanat Kimura. I hope I'm pronouncing his name right. My dear ones, perhaps if I tell you a little about myself, you will understand better the activity that for your earth I represent. I am one of the directing masters of the planet Venus, a part of that hierarchy, which is similar to your own hierarchy of ascended masters, the Great White Brotherhood, with which you are now learning to work and become part of, and which work in cooperation brings love to my heart. For if you knew how long I have waited for this day, you would think me a very patient soul indeed, and I am, for love is patient. So patient was I that from the time of the close of a former age in the earth's great evolution, when these became so dark that it was thought that the race of man would not long endure, and many who wished to go on with their own evolution thought it best to leave earth to its own self-created fate, I came forth and said, no, I think that the people of earth can be saved. I will go forth to that planet, and with all the love of the ones who volunteered, and that I chose to come with me, I came to earth, and here set up my home. And many millions of years did I patiently wait before I knew whether or not I would succeed. And now I know that I have, and I thank you. I thank you with all the great love of my heart. And from all those who came with me, I bring the joy and blessings from the people of Venus. For as you may have known, the destinies of the earth and Venus are as closely interrelated as are the rose and the vine on which it grows. Venus is your sister planet, a part of the great flame of which the earth is composed, your twin ray, if you will have it so. And many are the souls now on earth that have had embodiments on our humble planet at one time or another. For all growth is an expanding, balancing process. And what attribute, what quality of light is lacking in one's own environment, he seeks elsewhere, a process which nothing can stop, least of all what certain unillumined ones call death. For all life seeks its eternal perfection, and this seeking for perfection is the motivating force behind all desire. When and only when that perfect balance has been attained is one capable of true love. True love is selfless. It wants nothing for itself. It is already full. And out of that fullness, out of its own joy and happiness, it wishes to share, to give itself, to expand and embrace all of the wonder of itself. This is the nature of God, to give love. It is only the human, the mind, that wants love, for it is a material love. Let me read that again. It is only the human, the mind, that wants love, for it is material. Love is spiritual. The human is transitory. Love is eternal. The human is arrogant. Love is humble. And in always looking outside itself for the love, in its self-concern and pride, it misses that very love it so much wants. The love that is waiting so patiently, flickering ever so faintly within the heart of every individual. But you may say, I have already looked there. Then look again, and again, and again, until you find it, and it is yours. For it is there, and there alone. And it is for this that I came from Venus, and have waited patiently so many millions of years. Could you not try, dear ones, even for a moment, to find that which I have brought you? First you must be still. Relax, as serenely I enfold you in the same love that I plant within each human heart, a love which passes all human understanding. So do not try to understand. Feel. If you feel that love, then you feel me, and you have taken the gift that I have brought you into your heart. I am with you always, for I am that love, and that love is the center of all things. It is the love that holds the electron in its orbit around the atom,